Welcome to the Inspired by Jacqueline podcast, a refreshing place for women struggling with entrepreneurship, faith, or infertility. Stay tuned for today's episode. Hey, hello. Thank you so much for tuning in again to Inspired by Jacqueline. Another amazing episode with a very, very special guest. My guest is Julia Juliati. Did I say it correct?
Yes.
I always remember your name, but Julia is a professional portrait and boudoir photographer. She's an educator and content creator. She helps women develop confidence, and that is our topic today. Oh my gosh. Through her powerful photography sessions, as well as personal development workshops, her mastermind program provides essential tools in helping entrepreneurs become successful through social media platforms and personal branding. I know this amazing woman for years, and she stays radiant and beautiful and amazing every single time that I see her, speak to her. So welcome, Julia.
Thank you. You see, this is a boost of confidence right there. And we're going to talk about actually this. It's actually psychological trick or a tip that we're going to use. I'm going to explain it how it works. But that moment was exactly a confidence booster for me.
Awesome. And
so,
you know what? I'm going to share a little secret and we'll talk about it later, but you added a little spice to that, to me, to my conversation, to my mental mindset from the moment that we did our shoot. And that was a long time ago. And I appreciate you because it was really important. And I don't know if I ever told you that, but it has remained with me for a long time.
So I'm so happy to hear that. My official degree is in psychology. So I'm coming from that world. So I am combining my photography skills with psychology. And the result of seeing and hearing women speak about I feel great and I have a boost of self-esteem and now I'm more confident. So this is super good. This is part.
This is a very special moment right now. I have goosebumps already and we haven't even started and it's like really, really great. So before we get into the meat and potatoes of everything, I want to give listeners time to settle in and have a seat or, find a space that you're going to really appreciate this conversation. So as you're doing that, I want to ask Miss Julia, what is your morning routine?
Morning routine actually starts with previous night because in order to get a good morning routine, you have to go to bed early. That's one of the tricks. Why? Because if we go towards science, all the good growing hormones and healing happens before about 1 a.m. So you need to be sleeping from 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. is the latest. So I try to go to bed at 10 p.m. And I actually stopped doing any kind of work or phone at 9. And then every night I take a bath with Epsom salt, which relaxes the body, clears your mind, put you in this kind of sleepy place already. So it's very easy for me to fall asleep. I fall asleep at 10, so then I can wake up at 6 or 7, something like that. So that's the main key. After I wake up, I have my supplements. That's a must for me. I am very health oriented, in tune with my body. So after supplements, I have a run. I do 5K, maybe someday 10K every morning. So
wow.
And it doesn't matter what the weather is.
That's amazing.
I do it in the winter time as well. And again, I'm not always ready to run and happy to run. No, many times I kick myself out of the bed and I just start remembering how it feels so good after I run. And that gives me a boost to get out of the bed and start running. It's all about actually fine-tuning for the day, breathing this oxygen, making your blood flow. It's all the good things.
Wow.
It's difficult to put yourself running, but once you run, you're like, yeah, I know. That's exactly why I did that. So after that, breakfast, again, healthy breakfast. And for breakfast, I'm pretty boring. So I have the same things every day. I have 3 eggs. I have green salad. I have maybe some other protein. So that's pretty much my breakfast.
And after breakfast, boring.
It's actually delicious. So that's why I never change it, because I love it so much. And I know that's super nutrition for your body. So all the beauty is there. And after breakfast is a 15 minutes meditation. Some people prefer guided meditation. I prefer quiet meditation. Just looking and hearing this noise, the white noise, maybe air conditioner or a wind blowing or rain or something artificial you can put on your phone, like waves, like an ocean, but some kind of sound without somebody talking to me. So I can actually try to stop any thoughts in my mind and clear my mind and get ready for the day. Because the point is, our head, our mind is constantly thinking. We have tons of different messages all the time. And it's also stressful. So the point of meditation is try to stop the thinking process so you clear the space for something new and something exciting. And once you start doing that, then you're kind of free to fill your mind and your brain with good stuff.
And I appreciate you shared that you call it quiet meditation, because now I have a name for what I do, because that's exactly what helps me meditate. I can do guided, but sounds and just picking up that silence, but also that little drop of water, or like you said, the air conditioning, or I use Calm, the app Calm.
Right.
And they have some amazing sounds, like waves and water. That's really calming to me. So I love that. That's really great.
Yes, I find it much less distracting, and yes, I don't need somebody else tell me something. Actually, the guided meditation I find, and I do sometimes at night before sleep. I think that works best. But in the morning, definitely quiet meditations.
Yeah, and it's good to have those quiet moments, because like you said, we're constantly bombarded with sound, words, images with words, and our brain is constantly a machine that's going, that you need to bring it back in, and sound really, to me, helps. So I'm glad to hear that. So thank you for sharing that. I wanted to share with our listeners that when we met, we were in the same industry, and we spoke about photography, learned about photography from you, but also I did my first and only boudoir with you. And I share that.
It's time for the second
one. I know, right? Well, this one, you'll be like, oh my gosh, she's like expressing freedom.
She's a new person.
But I want to share that moment really was, and for women who are listening, boudoirs can be intimidating, can sound intimidating. And for the most part, depending on who you are, it can be, but you have to connect with the right person. And it took me a little while within the session to get to that confidence mode, but Julia really kind of helped in that. And from that moment, when I shared earlier, that moment really made me realize who I was as far as a woman, and appreciating who I was, no matter how I looked or how I saw myself, right? Yeah. And it's this the beauty from within to come out. And that's what kept in my mind. So I want to thank you for that, because like I said, that has helped me with a different perspective in how I saw my life, and embracing who I was and how I felt and how I looked, and just embracing who I was in general.
Right. and it gives you confidence.
And gave me
So you
100%
feel better.
confidence.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mhm.
And so that leads us into this conversation. When was the first moment that you realized you had confidence?
Wow. So I was extremely shy person as a child. When exactly that happened, I have no idea. I think it's gradually built. But probably, so I am now 50. So I am looking back. That's what I start doing a lot. And I think the 40th, when I turned 40th and all those 10 years, that was a huge realization actually that's very interesting. So I photograph for many years already women, right? Most of my clients are women, and all different ages and types, and I see that as a pattern. So 20s, when they come to be photographed, they come to the studio and they say, I want to do sexy boudoir album for him. Everything is for him. How he likes it, how he wants it. He is the guy, and I want to please him. So everything is for him. Okay. 30s, it's where children happens usually. So we kind of fall off the wagon, so to speak. It's all about the family and taking care of others. So I think in 30s, women kind of lose themselves, especially if they have children. 40s, I see it all the time. It's a time of, how would I say it? Redefining are. Lots of divorces happening. Women who have children, the children goes to college, so they leave home. If you don't have children like me, I was divorced when I was 43. So it's redefining who I am as a person. It's redefining who I am as a woman. And that requires exploration. And exploration requires bravery and being vulnerable and trying different things and trusting the processes that you've never been through, like taking a boudoir photo session, for example. That's a big step. I always say a boudoir session can save you so much money going to just regular therapy. No, just come to my studio. We're going to do boudoir session. You will see it's an express process and it will give you so much more and faster boost of self-esteem because you have a visual proof now. First is the coming to the session, being brave and yes, undressing and being in uncomfortable situation and trying different things. But then you see these beautiful images of you that you never expected, that you look so good. And then you remember how you feel so good feeling that and looking at the photos. So that's a big step towards the confidence. So the confidence in self can come from different things. I teach now posing. I teach a lot entrepreneurs how to be in front of the camera. So because now everything is about social media. So we need to take photos of ourselves. We need to take videos of ourselves. So I teach a lot about how to pose yourself, how to move in front of the camera, how to talk in front of the camera. So these are also aspects of confidence. So there are different tools, there are different ways to boost confidence.
And one of the things that I've seen with a lot of women entrepreneurs, they lack confidence because they're not sure how to believe in themselves or they don't have a support system.
Yeah, I have a tool for that. So let's start. And I have tons of tools. So we're going to talk about a few of them today. So first of all, I want everybody to buy a notepad, a book, and a beautiful pen. So I'm actually in front of me. I bought a black notepad. So with like fancy and beautiful, so it's visually pleasing. And I call it my self-love book. And I put all questions that I'm going to tell you in this book. And I constantly go to this book notepad and put extra things that I think are important. So, for example, the first exercise that I suggest women do is to write a list. What makes me happy? You would think, I can easily answer these questions, right? But I would say write 50 things, what makes you happy. You're probably going to be writing fast 15 things that makes you happy, and then you're probably going to stop and think. Then it's going to take your time. But I want for you to really think all the little things that makes you happy. And why we're doing this, to explore yourself, to get to know yourself better. So out of that list of 50 things that makes you happy, we're going to create self-love, self-care list. The list that is going to stay with you, that you have to come back all the time and use those self-love list things and do them constantly. For example, for me, Epsom salt bath every night for sure. It has to be there. It brings me happiness. It charges my body. It relaxes me. So that's on my list. That's I'm going to do. Now going to a sauna, that's also a must for me. I love it. I enjoy it. That's on my self-care list. Also, since I'm a photographer, I know why it's working. So photographing myself from time to time, put a beautiful dress, put a beautiful lingerie. Yes, you can come to me as a professional photographer, but you can also put your phone and photograph yourself at home and enjoy the images. It's a little boost of self-esteem here and there. Next one, for example, I love tea. So I try to buy a collection of tea that I enjoy the smell, the taste. So I constantly put myself in those positions that my body, my soul enjoy in the process of doing that. Beautiful lingerie. It's not for somebody else to see. It's for me. So I prefer to put beautiful lingerie every day. It feels good. I know it's on me. I already feel sexy and beautiful. Again, another self-esteem boost. So create that list. That's important.
Awesome.
That's the first step.
Awesome. And then
what do you think about that? Do you have something like that?
I do not. And I love that, because when you said create a list of things that make you happy, I was like, okay, this is a list that's going to make me think, because I know myself, and any list for me makes me think. But when it gets personal into things that make you happy, things that, versus things that make you sad, or but just positive things, I feel that tends to make you think. And then you're like second guessing yourself, like, oh, does that really make me happy? Or is it something superficial happy? So I like how you break it down. There is a separation.
There is a difference between what makes me happy list and a self-love list. Because what makes me happy can include caring about others, giving gifts to others, like taking others to, I don't know, travel or something like that, including others. Self-care list, it's only about you. It's super, super important. It needs to be selfish. Yes, it's a good word in this context. Okay, so self-care is going to take things from what makes me happy, but it's only about you.
That's amazing. And I would say that within the last, I would say 10, 15 years, it became about, okay, how do I take better care of myself, right? Because we are getting older, right? Every year is another year that gets added. And when we're young, I feel that even though there are certain people who are young that are conscious and of their health, but that's just conscious of your health, not really taking care of yourself. I feel that
Right.
there's a difference. And not
Yes.
until you have lived experiences that you're understanding how you need to take care of yourself or why you should take care of yourself.
Yes, exactly. And also, so another thing I do, and I do it every year, so I usually do it in December, another list, another thinking process. So I have a list every December. I do it. It's usually between Christmas time and New Year. So I put what I've accomplished this year. And again, I try to go 50, 100 items, not just 5 or 10. No, I'm sure everybody can make a list of 50 things that
100 is wow.
that was accomplished this year. And this is this is such a boost of self-esteem. You think you kind of remember, but when it is on paper and then you look in it back and reading it, you're like, I am pretty important. I am
I'm
pretty talented.
special.
I am very special.
Yes.
Exactly. So I should think and thank myself much more than I do.
Yeah.
And that's very important. So if you never done this before, what I suggest to do is, like, for example, if I am 50, right, and I've never done this before, I'm gonna put the list, for example, what I accomplished in my 40s, what I accomplished in my 30s, what I accomplished in my 20s. Such a boost of self-esteem.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for sure.
And tell me.
So yeah, and I'll share it with you. Yes. One thing that I do, the one list that I started maybe 2 years ago, I bought like similar to the process that you shared with the book, right? And I feel that it's really important that when you buy a book that you're going to use for your self-love and self-care, that it be a book that reflects the touch, the visual that makes you feel happy and comfortable, right? And so I bought a brownish leather, very soft, silky journal, and it's like an older type visual of it, and it has a string that wraps around, right?
Nice.
And I wanted that journal, and I still have it. I have it by my bedside, and I use it every week. I write a word in it. Either when I open it up, I either write 1 to 5 words in each page. And it's either a positive word or a negative word of anything I feel during that time and moment. And then I close it back up. And so when every single time I open it, I'm going through every page after I've written a few things down. And then I'll have a moment where I'm just reading it. And it's like kind of capturing those moments, like you said, what's happened in the 20s, the 30s, your accomplishments, all that stuff. But it's a different type of list where it allows you to reflect in just one word a good thing that has happened to you in your life versus a bad thing or a negative thing. And knowing that you're holding this book and you're still here and you're still rejoicing and celebrating you, no matter what's gone on, positive or negative. All those positives just keep on enriching and making you even better.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's wonderful.
So having, creating these lists and all that, I feel is really, really important. I am going to take you up on the 20s, 30s, all that stuff. I'm going to do that one because I love that idea. So we're talking about confidence, right? And sometimes people mistake confidence for being cocky or showing off. Share with us what's the difference and what should be the understanding of what confidence is.
Well, for me, confidence is really, first of all, going into yourself. And that's why you need to create a list and you need to write these things. You need to understand yourself. We think we know who we are. No, we don't. Really, we don't. If we sit in a book and start writing, it's going to take time to analyze and think about it. And moments are coming. So it's a lot of self-work first, knowing exactly who you are, what do you like, what are your values. And once you're pretty comfortable with that, then actually also same subject. Before knowing and being confident, I need to know, for example, another list. Another list. So 100 of my best qualities. 100. I said it nicely in my notebook. It says 100 why I am fucking fabulous. If you want to go even braver. But it has to be 100 items. Again, it forces you to think. With that, I think I wrote like about 50, 60, and then I needed the help of my friends.
Oh, wow.
To tell me. So with this book, I am, okay, this is my exercise I'm doing. Tell me what you think my best qualities, why I am amazing in your eyes. And I wrote them too. So now I have 100.
So did you have some of what they said in your book?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. A lot of back and forth. Yes, a lot of similar things. But some things they told me, and I'm like, I didn't know that it's valuable. I didn't know that everybody else doesn't have this quality, or most of the people don't have this quality. So again, creating that realization who you are, because you need to know who you are first. Once you know who you are, you know your value. So I think the confidence is based on who you are and what you value and what you can give and provide to other people, who you are, the quality of you. And that's self-work. That's a lot of self-work. And so you're not inventing anything. You just open. Confidence is being open with the qualities of who you are. I think that's what confidence for me is. But for that, you need to know who you are first. And that's why all those lists, all those exercises are super important.
And not everyone is going to appreciate or embrace your self-love and worth and confidence. And it doesn't matter.
But that's not my business.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's where I was getting at, where some people may take and see that you're embracing your confidence your way, but they may see it as, ooh, that's a little bit too much confidence for me. But I've learned along the road that at the end of the day, you can't please everyone.
You should not.
And one of the things that can take away from your confidence is worrying about what others are thinking or saying.
And that's exactly why I say confidence is all about me. Yeah. It has nothing to do with other people. Confidence is mine. This is all about me. This is how I feel. If you like it or not, that's your problem.
You have to put yourself first. And
Absolutely.
it's not to say that no one else counts. It's just, if you don't have appreciation for you.
Yes.
And
if you don't know how to love yourself,
if you don't know how to love yourself,
you will never love other people. Yes. You will never know how to love others until you learn how to love yourself.
Oh my gosh. So true. So true. And what would you say to that woman that right now is listening to these words? And one, other than the list and other than, what we've already shared, what's one thing that you would automatically just tell that person right now who's struggling with, I don't know what makes me happy. I just know I want to be this or that and do this or that, but I don't know how to connect the dots.
I would say life is something that happens fast.
Mm.
And if you're not going to use every moment, every day, every month, every year, they're just going to pass. But if you think about, so something very interesting happened. So of course I do research and I'm interested in all different things. And I saw advertisement of your life in weeks. It's a poster. It's a big poster. And when you order it, you tell them, I think I'm going to live 80 years. Second choice, I think I'm going to live 100 years. Third choice. And it says, for crazy people, I think I'm going to live 125 years. Of course, I bought that one.
Mm-hmm.
So you get poster and one dot represent 1 week of your life. And you tell them how old you are now. So all those dots are already colored. So you visually have how much time passed and how much time left.
Mm.
It's a scary process for many people because I discussed this with many people already. They're like, no, I'm not ready to face this. No, don't show me, don't talk about this. For me, it was very philosophical and very eye-opening. First of all, see the color dots that this life, this week's already gone, and this much is already left. But then I look at this much is left, so I can accomplish so much here already. So just think about for a moment and realize that if you're not going to start now, you're losing today. If you're not going to start tomorrow, you're going to lose tomorrow. There are tools. We're talking about these tools. It's very easy to find. You have access to internet and everything. And once you put your attention that this I want to accomplish, this I am interested in, you will find resources. It's just making decision that, yes, I'm going to start researching. I'm going to change something. It's a decision making.
Wow. You left me at those words were so powerful that if you don't do anything, you've already lost the day. Like, that's powerful.
Yeah.
And visually I can see that and I can feel it. And one thing that I've started, and with my coach as well, she's a post-it like guru. And so I have, not day by day, but I have like by quarters. I started this year by quarters, like things that I need to accomplish this month, and then this quarter should be this. And so I visually in front of me right now, I can see it versus not having anything in front of me. So I'm a visual person. So I'm probably interested in seeing that. It might be scary, but I would love to see it because it puts things in perspective.
Yes.
Right. And even though it's scary, life in general is scary. So why not get a visual look at it, a glimpse of what has passed already?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. And together with the list, what I've accomplished in my 20s, in my 30s, in my 40s, you realize that you accomplished a lot. I'm sure every person can make this list and be proud. And you don't need to compare yourself to others. You need to compare yourself with you being a day before. What was you a year before?
Wow. And one thing I'm sure you have on your list is becoming a professional dancer, because that to me was very, wow, eye-opening. I'm like, wow, that is so beautiful. Like you made the whole process from me looking into a beautiful expression of you.
That's not a boost of self-esteem. And I think going through my experience and watching other people, especially in the difficult times, for example, like divorce or separation. So in those situations, as a woman, again, from my experience and from my clients' experience, you are in a very unstable position, especially if you've been married for a very long time. So I think going and start learning dancing is extremely important in that moment. Coming to me to be photographed and do boudoir photo session also gives you a boost of self-esteem, because you kind of need to redefine who you are as a woman, your sensuality, your beauty, your sexuality again. So doing two of these things in a difficult moment are super, super useful. Learning to dance, it's not just learning how to move your body, but it's learning grace, it's learning communication with other people. It just feels amazing. I think everybody should do it, not necessarily on a professional level, but go and do some social classes here and there. Salsa is super popular, bachata is very popular, so and everybody dances it. I think everybody should try that. It's so much fun.
And I so agree that dance is like just an expression of life, that it removes whatever situations in your mind for that point, and you're just into just what's happening, from the music to the moves to everything.
You're becoming
love
so much more creative. Yes. And so much your personality, I think, even becomes much nicer. So I am a professional tango dancer and also teach, and I travel, and I combine with travel. So it's interesting when I go to a different country that I've never been before, and I don't know anybody there, but I find the places to dance tango, and I come there and it's my people. And it's kind of my community, even though I don't speak their language. We understand each other. There is a connection. So it's a very cool excuse for social interactions and finding new friends and new people that you're going to be together with.
That is awesome. And I know you mentioned divorce, right? So I don't know if that was one moment, but can you share a moment where your confidence kind of rocked the boat type of thing and you needed some time to regroup? Or was it when you shared about, in your 40s and all that stuff? So anything that kind of set back your confidence, and is it the tools that you're describing that helped you get there?
I would not say it's a particular moment, but I think it's for me, and I think for anybody, it's a normal part of life that in some points you're going to feel less confident, and some points of life you're going to feel more confident. And what I find using these tools, keeping me more in a higher level, keeping me more confident. So without these tools, I remember, because I started these tools, I would say maybe 5 years. And looking back before that, I was down, feeling less confidence more often. Now I am almost never there. These tools helps me a lot. So constantly doing these exercises, looking at your notebook, reading about yourself. Yes, yeah, that helps a lot. And it's a normal part of life. So everybody should know that everybody feel sometimes very low confidence and very low self-esteem, but there are tools.
And you know what? Thank you for sharing that, because there's nothing that's a perfect balance, but there's that balance of needing or having support around you.
Yep. Right? So for example, if I am planning to be a speaker and I am invited on a big stage, of course I'm gonna feel nervous, and I'm probably gonna doubt myself, and I need actual tools so others believe in me and see me confident. So until you become, the first time going on a stage and the second time of going on stage is gonna be super nervous. I'm not going to be that confident. I need several times to do exactly the same things in order to build confidence, using a certain body positions, a certain voice tone, a little tools that help me to show my confidence and constantly go and be in tune with my confidence.
Is there anything else? But before I ask my next question, if you had a superpower, what would that be?
Well, I do superpower. I do have superpower.
I love it. You do have a
It's not
superpower. So
And you
what is
know
your
what?
superpower?
Because I did all these exercises, now I know what's my superpower.
Awesome.
And it's not that I am more special than anybody. No, anybody can do that, and anybody can find their superpower. That's why you need to go inside and learn about yourself.
Mm.
I have another exercise, actually, I just remember, also super, super helpful. So, one page, you write the things that take my energy.
Oh my gosh. I
And the
have that
other
list.
page,
I
yes,
have that list. I do have that
yeah.
list.
You know how powerful is this? And the other page is gonna things that brings me energy.
I have both of
Both
those
of
lists I
them are
have.
super important. Yes, both
Yes.
of them are super important because you need to know what sucks your energy in. So you need to try to get rid of these things or
Yes.
people
Yes.
and try to eliminate as much as possible of that.
Yes.
And again, that gives you energy, that gives you a boost of confidence and self-esteem and all of that. It's all working in the same category.
I
Yes.
love those two lists. Those are my two favorite lists that I always have at top of mind, because there are things in life that take your energy without you knowing. And then you're feeling, oh my gosh, why do I feel like this? It's because either something or someone is taking your energy.
And
Literally.
the thing is, the thing on the list or the people on the list may be because society says so,
Yes.
because your culture says so, because
Yes.
your family says so. But seriously, you are the most important person in your life. So you have to take care of yourself first. So you need to clean those things or those people and move away from your life.
Oh my gosh. Like these are my two priority lists. Like, and they've been priority lists for me, I would say, within the last few years, because I was feeling so like, wait, why am I losing so much of my energy?
Right.
And when I took back control of that, I feel so good. I think I've perfected my no to people.
Yep.
And
That's
to whatever opportunities, how great they might seem. I perfected my no because I was able to take back my energy and have a full visual of who I am and what I'm allowing into my space.
Right. Yep.
So that is so beautiful. Is there anything else that we didn't discuss or touch on that you
So my
want to share?
superpowers, I see beauty. I see beauty in you, even though you're probably not realizing that it's there. And I will make sure with all my tools and ways to bring it out of you. I love to inspire people through my example and also through different exercise that I just give it to you. That's what I do in my posing classes. That's what I do in my photography. It brings me a lot of pleasure. Seeing the transformation, seeing that happiness, that spark in their eyes, that women or men realizing there is so much more in me that I thought I have. I am so beautiful. I am so sexy. I'm so sensual. Now I know. And I'm like, yes. Now you see that I have a proof.
And I will say I'm a testimony to your superpowers. I am. Is there anything else you want to share or touch on that we didn't talk about?
I would say if you want to have more tools and see how I do it, if you want to take any classes, then find my Instagram page. It's either Juliati_photography or Juliati.posing. So I post a lot. I post a lot of instruction, and from time to time, I have a workshop or a course all about confidence. in all
Awesome.
different aspects of it. So make sure you follow, make sure we
Yeah.
see each other there.
Yes, and I'll be sharing that in the show notes as well, and so everyone can find it. But thank you so much. Oh my gosh, it's just truly amazing to just be back into a conversation with you. It's been a while, I know, and we've been all busy and everything on both ends, right? I feel like you having an amazing soul and energy that I hope that our listeners are feeling this love and this energy, and that it just translates into giving them some confidence. It is so freaking important for you to hone in on who you are, love yourself, be that confident self, because no one else can give you this confidence.
No.
It has to come from within. And Julia gave us some amazing tips to get us started. And I know I'm going to be doing the 20, 30, 40 soon. So I hope that these tools are going to be a benefit for you. Start it today. Take one of the tools, one of the lists.
Start
and
with
start.
why I am fucking fabulous.
Love it. Love it. So thank you, my love. Thank you, Julia. You're amazing.
Thank you.
And I'll be reconnecting with you really soon. So thank you. And thank you, everyone, for listening and tuning in to another episode of Inspired by Jacqueline. And make sure to follow, subscribe, download, make a comment, share that you started a list. Okay. So take care and see you in the next episode of Inspired by Jacqueline.